Ladies and gentlemen, NFL fans, and most importantly, Cowboys Nation, stop what you're doing, because the football world has just been rocked by one of the most jaw-dropping, seismic free agent moves in league history. Ja'Marr Chase, yes, that Ja'Marr Chase, the all-pro, game-changing, defender-nightmaring wide receiver, has officially signed with the Dallas Cowboys in what is already being hailed as the biggest free agent coup the NFL has seen in decades. We're talking about a player who, in just a few years in the league, turned the wide receiver position into his personal highlight reel, and now he's about to don the star on his helmet and take center stage under the bright lights of it&T Stadium. This isn't just a roster move, this is a franchise-shifting, league-rattling, paradigm-altering acquisition that has taken the football world by complete storm. And let's be real, nobody saw this coming. Not the analysts, not the insiders, not even the most optimistic Cowboys fans dared to dream that a superstar of this magnitude would be heading to Dallas. But here we are, after weeks of whispers, speculation, and coded tweets, the deal is done. Ja'Marr Chase has inked a monstrous 4-year, $161 million contract with the Dallas Cowboys, including a jaw-dropping $112 million guaranteed, setting a new high watermark for non-quarterback contracts in NFL history. That's right, Jerry Jones didn't just open the checkbook, he slammed it on the table and said, "We want to win now." And what a message it sends to the rest of the league. Make no mistake, this isn't just about stats or spectacle. This move tells the world that the Dallas Cowboys are officially all in on chasing a Super Bowl. They're not waiting to build slowly, they're not trusting the process, they are going for the jugular here and now with one of the best receivers of this generation. Think about what Ja'Marr Chase brings to the table. We're talking about a guy who just wrapped up a 2024 season with 127 receptions, over 1,700 receiving yards, and 17 touchdowns, numbers that make defensive coordinators wake up in a cold sweat. He's physical, he's fast, he runs razor-sharp routes, and he brings that swagger, that unshakable confidence that the ball is his the moment it leaves the quarterback's hands. He's the kind of player that doesn't just play the game, he bends it to his will. And now, he's teaming up with CeeDee Lamb? Are you kidding me? That is an absolutely lethal 1-2 punch at wide receiver, a duo that instantly becomes the best in the league, no question. You've got two elite route runners, two guys who can break games wide open on any given play, and they're going to be catching passes from a veteran quarterback in Dak Prescott, who now has no excuse but to take this offense to the next level. Remember when people said Dallas needed more firepower in the passing game? That the offense looked too one-dimensional or relied too much on short gains? Well, those days are gone. With Chase stretching the field and Lamb working the middle, opposing secondaries are going to be in for long, exhausting, demoralizing Sundays. Now, let's dive into the why, because for a player of Chase's caliber to leave a situation like Cincinnati, where he had his college quarterback Joe Burrow throwing him the ball, it takes more than money. And yes, the money is a major factor. How could it not be with the kind of historic deal the Cowboys offered? But it goes beyond the check. Sources close to the situation have said that Chase was drawn to the legacy of the Dallas Cowboys. The star, the brand, the stage. This is a franchise that, love them or hate them, represents the pinnacle of visibility in professional football. Playing for the Cowboys means national spotlight every week, primetime games, endorsements, legacy building. And Chase, who already has the talent to be one of the all-time greats, clearly wants to cement his name in the history books, not just as a statistical monster, but as a winner. And let's not overlook the coaching changes that helped facilitate this move. With Brian Schottenheimer stepping into the lead offensive role, there's a new energy in Dallas. A modernized scheme, more aggressive play calling, and most importantly, a commitment to building around their strengths. The Cowboys aren't just signing stars, they're creating a system where those stars can thrive. And Ja'Marr Chase isn't just a player, he's a system unto himself. Now, imagine what this does to the NFC East. This division was already stacked with tension, historic rivalries, playoff intensity, fanbases that live and breathe football. But now, the balance of power may have just shifted in a major way. The Philadelphia Eagles, who have been the division's top dog in recent seasons, now have to worry about not just stopping the Cowboys' run game but dealing with a receiving core that could torch even elite defenses. The Giants and Commanders, both of whom are in the midst of rebuilds, are suddenly facing a twice-a-year buzzsaw. And don't think for a second that Chase won't circle those matchups on his calendar. Every divisional game is going to feel like a playoff game, every catch a potential highlight, every yard earned a statement. This is the new Dallas Cowboys, not just competitive, not just talented, dangerous. And the fan reaction? Absolutely electric. Within minutes of the announcement, social media exploded. Cowboys fans from Texas to Tokyo were lighting up Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, celebrating the news like it was a Super Bowl victory in itself. Jerseys are already flying off the shelves, memes are flooding the timelines, and local Dallas bars are planning celebration nights. For a fanbase that has endured years of close but not close enough, this is the move that says, "We hear you, we're going for it." And the impact isn't just emotional, it's strategic. This kind of addition brings confidence to the locker room, elevates the intensity in practices, and sets a tone for the entire organization. It tells every player, coach, and staff member, we're not rebuilding, we're winning. Now, from a league perspective, this deal sends ripples through every front office. You can bet there are general managers right now recalculating their cap space, looking at their depth charts, wondering how the Cowboys pulled this off and what their response is going to be. Suddenly, the free agent landscape looks different. Wide receivers see the price Chase commanded, and they're going to want a piece of that pie. Contenders are going to start scrambling, wondering how to match this firepower. In draft boards? Expect a major shift. Teams that might have been targeting a top cornerback in round 1 may now need 2 or 3 just to prepare for Dallas offense. And speaking of the future, what's next for the Cowboys? This is just the beginning. With Chase secured, the front office now turns to fine-tuning the rest of the roster. Expect aggressive moves in the draft, likely targeting offensive linemen to give Prescott the protection he needs and maybe even a tight end to complement this passing attack. Defensively, they'll need depth at linebacker and corner to keep up with the high-flying shootouts they may find themselves in. But the blueprint is clear: surround your stars with the support they need and build a complete, championship-ready team. It's also worth mentioning what this means for Dak Prescott. For years, analysts have debated whether Doc is a top-tier quarterback or just a good one. Now, with weapons like Lamb and Chase at his disposal, all eyes will be on him. This is the make-or-break moment of his career. If he can rise to the occasion and lead this offense to playoff dominance, he'll cement his legacy in Dallas. If not, well, the pressure is going to be immense. But you know what? That's what this team needs. Pressure, expectation, urgency. Because championships aren't won in comfort zones. They're won in moments of bold action just like this one. So, let's recap. Ja'Marr Chase, the crown jewel of NFL wide receivers, has just signed with the Dallas Cowboys in a historic, record-breaking deal. He joins a team on the verge, an offense with explosive potential, a fanbase starving for greatness, and a front office that finally seems ready to push all their chips into the middle. This isn't just big, it's monumental. The Cowboys haven't just added a player. They've added a weapon, a mindset, a statement to the league that says, we're coming for the throne. And as the 2025 season approaches, one thing is clear: the Dallas Cowboys are no longer just a story about potential. They are the story. Stay tuned, because the chase is on and it's wearing silver and blue.